the thing with job, like a full-time job, is it provides structure. I think that's one thing I lacked that all my friends, as I graduated, like I'm like doing these odd jobs and shit. All my friends had like started their careers, whether in all different areas, but they just had that structure of knowing, like, hey, this is what I got to do every day. It's kind of continuation of school, like where you don't really question what you're doing today. You'd wake up and go to school. You had to do it. You thought you had to. But I think that's the same thing with work. It's like, well, I got to do this. And so when that's gone, it's like you're really subjected to your own device, like your own demons, so to speak, or you can really get in your own way with that, like the devil's playground, the idle mind, or like the idle free time. So it's like even free time itself can be, there's a lot of responsibility needed to be effective with your free time.
Dude, that is a brilliant point that no one has brought up on this podcast. You are 100% right. And
thank you, Sam.
Like I remember they've talked about the idea of universal basic income, which basically is the concept. Everyone in the country gets this amount of money, say $30,000 a year, $25,000 a year.
Okay.
Everyone gets that.
Okay.
Everyone just gets it. Now we get into like socialism.
Yeah,
and stuff
I
like
want to hear where this is going.
Yeah. So you technically would not have, if you want to work and make more money, you can, and get nicer things, you can. But if you don't, you're still going to get a check for $25,000. You're going to be able to get bare minimum housing, bare minimum food. You're going to live and you're going to survive, right? Some people, and I think especially people we know, would thrive off of that because their basic needs would be met, and they're going to create all day long. They are going to make movies. They're going to make art, they're gonna, make music, they're gonna write, do it all because they don't have to worry about working 2-3 jobs just to survive. Now the other side of that coin,
Right.
And I'm taking this from a conversation. It's actually Joe Rogan had this conversation with I think it was Andrew Yang. I'm not sure if it was Andrew Yang was a big proponent in universal income. That was one of his big things, and when he was campaigning. But what about the people like you just said that need structure?
Right.
The job gives them purpose. If they had a ton of free time, they wouldn't even know what to do with themselves anyway, because not everyone's a creative. Not everyone. Maybe they would do different things.
I beg to differ. I think we are all creative in our own ways, but
that's fair.
Anyway, sorry.
No, you're right. Because some people may want to just fish all day.
Right.
And there's, some people may want to just go hike all day, but there's some, I think, and I think maybe the COVID lockdowns really exposed some of that.
It did.
Because people, for like the first couple of weeks, everyone's like, oh, we're just at home making videos. But then it gets to like, oh, wow, this is like going to be like this for a while.
And you know what it did? It shifted the power from the employer to the employee, and it still hasn't shifted back yet. Like the employees still have more power than the employer. Like my brother's been trying to hire. He's like, this is ridiculous. Like nobody wants to work. He said there's a lot more entitlement and feeling, and maybe that's part of our progression as a society. So who's to say it's good or bad? But it's definitely shifted a lot. The COVID shifted a lot. That was our major event of our lifetime. Hopefully nothing's worse than that, like a war or another one. But it definitely shake things up, and it's still rippling down.